Hello friends, welcome to my channel Clinical Biochemistry by Dr. P. K. Prabhakar. Today I am going to talk about basics of vitamin, where we will see the basic introduction of vitamins and their classification of vitamins, and then we will talk about the vitamins. And later on we will have subsequent subsequent video where we will talk about each and every vitamins separately in the details. So before going to see the vitamin and their introductions, we should understand what are the basic nutrients category we are having or which we require for our growth and development of our body. So total there are 7 different nutrients category we require, which are like water, carbohydrate, amino acids or proteins. Then we require fat or lipid, you can call it. Then we require minerals, where we will have microminerals, macrominerals, electrolytes and different other elements. And then we are having vitamins, where 2 specific category of vitamins like regular and vitamin B complex, and lastly we will have fibers. So out of these 7 category we are going to talk about vitamins basics today, and then we will have different. So before going to see the classification, we should see the what is the actual vitamins or what vitamins are called as. So basically it is very difficult to define vitamins precisely, but literally what we are going to call it, vitamins are the organic compound, organic molecules which functions in a wide variety of capacity within our body. If we go for the actual vitamin definitions, so vitamins are considered as organic compound which required in our diet. Later on we will see what we require in our diet. So vitamins are organic compound which we require in our diet in very small quantity to perform specific functions of our body or biological functions for normal maintenance and natural growth of our body. This is the actual definition of vitamins. These vitamins most of the time also works as the cofactor and coenzymes for many metabolic reactions, enzymatic reactions of our body. These vitamins we cannot synthesize directly by ourselves. So our cells are unable to synthesize it. So for all these vitamins we depends on other sources. What are the other sources? There are 2 basic sources we are having. Either we should get vitamins in our diet through the supplement, or in our intestine we are having gut microbiota or intestinal bacteria. Those bacteria synthesizing these vitamins. So we get from our diet or from those bacteria. All the vitamins whatever we are having, these are basically classified into 2 broad classes. Either they are water soluble or fat or lipid soluble, you can call it. If you'll see the terms of vitamins, how these vitamins have been named. So in the beginning of the 20th century, it was clearly understood that the diets containing purified carbohydrates, proteins, fats and minerals were not adequate for the maintenance of growth and health of experimental rats. So at that time it was considered that there are certain other factors which required for the normal growth and maintenance of our healthy conditions. So for those accessory factors, Hopkins called them accessory factor, which is the other than carbohydrates, lipids and proteins which we required. After Hopkins, another scientist came, Funk. He isolated an active principle which was chemically amines from the polished rice and later in the yeast which could cause beriberi in the pigeons. And Funk called this active principle which was chemically amines as vitamin, where E was there. He coined the term vitamin, means vitamin, normally we it is having E. The literal meaning of this vitamin is vita means life, and because it was chemically amines, so it was called as vitamins. To the accessory factor with the belief that all of them were amines. But later on it was seen that all the vitamins are not chemically amines. So from these vitamins the last E was removed. So now we are going to call them simple vitamin. So this was the basic introduction of the vitamins. The usage of different vitamins like A, vitamin B, vitamin C vitamin was isolated in 1915 by McCollum and Davis. They first felt there were only two vitamins, that is fat soluble A and water soluble B. But soon another water soluble anti-scurvy factor, that was vitamin C, was also discovered. Initially they have thought that only two vitamins are there, one is fat soluble, that is vitamin A, and another is water soluble, that is vitamin B. But later on vitamin C, which was anti-scurvy factor, was also found out. Vitamin A was later found to process two components, one that prevent night blindness, that is vitamin A, and another that is vitamin anti-rickets factor, which is called as vitamin D. If fat soluble vitamins or factors, that was vitamin E, in which absence the rat failed to reproduce, means it was responsible mainly for the reproductive processes. Later on when we will see the details, then we will see the detailed mechanism of each vitamins. Yet another fat soluble vitamins which is required for the blood coagulations was discovered in roughly around 1930s, and it was named as vitamin K. Now if we will see the total vitamins, total 13 different types of vitamins we are having, and if we will see these vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, and then we are having vitamin B complex. B complex means we are having many different classes of vitamin B. So these vitamins are B1, which was chemically thiamine, vitamin B2, that is riboflavin, vitamin B3, that is niacin, vitamin B5, that is pantothenic acid, vitamin B6, pyridoxine, vitamin B7, that is biotin, vitamin B9, folate or folic acid, and vitamin B12, that is cyanocobalamin. So overall if we see total 13 vitamins we are having, 5 vitamins we are having here and 8 vitamins we are having here. These all vitamins are going to be classified into two broad classes. Fine. So that classification we are going to see. So these are the different years of discovery of all these vitamins, their chemical names and their major sources. Like vitamin A, which are having three different chemical structures like retinoic acids, that is mainly chief sources is cod liver oils, and it was the first vitamin which was discovered around, that is 1913. Then that time only 1910 vitamin B1 thiamine has been discovered, vitamin B, then vitamin C, that is ascorbic acid, vitamin D, that is calciferol or cholecalciferol, and then other vitamins also subsequently it has been discovered. So normally if you want to remember, you can remember the vitamin and their chemical names. Now if you see the classification of vitamins, all these vitamins are going to be classified as fat soluble or water soluble. In fat soluble we are having four different vitamins, that is vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. Chemically they are retinols or beta carotenes, vitamin D, that is cholecalciferol, vitamin K, that is phylloquinones or menaquinones, vitamin E, that is tocopherols, and two major vitamins, that is vitamin C and vitamin B complex, are classified as a water soluble because they are water soluble. This vitamin B you can have, because we are having many different vitamins, so you can classify into different category. Some vitamins which is involved in the energy releasing or energy producing reactions, so they are energy releasing category. There are some which is normally responsible for blood synthesis, blood cell formations or hematopoiesis, so they are hematopoietic vitamins. And then some other category which is normally responsible for other metabolic metabolic reactions. So broadly we are having water soluble and fat soluble. Now if you will see the fat soluble vitamin, their major chain, their major structures, they contains a 5 carbon ring, and that is that 5 carbon chain, that is called as isoprene units. So same isoprene unit you can see in the different nylons, different rubbers and different places. So 4 vitamins, which is vitamin A, D, E and K, are known as fat or lipid soluble vitamins. Their availability in the diet, absorption and transport are associated with the fat because they are lipid soluble, so they directly cannot transport it through your blood circulations alone. So they require certain kind of you have to make them water soluble. They are soluble in fat or oils and also in the fat solvents like means you can call it non-polar solvents. These fat soluble vitamins can be stored in liver and adipose tissue. Because they are fat soluble, so you cannot excrete it from your body through the urine. So whenever you are having surplus amount of fat soluble vitamin in your body, it will be stored in adipose tissue in the liver. So it may cause the toxic effect. So they are not rarely excreted in the urine, and the excess consumption of these vitamins, especially vitamin A and D, leads to their toxic effect. So they may have all the fat soluble vitamins are having isoprene compounds, since they are made up of 5 carbon unit, that is called as isoprene units. Fat soluble vitamins perform different kind of functions, like vitamin A normally responsible for vision, vitamin D, that is normally for bone formation, mineralizations and other things. Vitamin E, which is working as an antioxidant and means for the reproductive processes we require. Vitamin K, that is a specific, which is required for blood coagulations. So this is the isoprene unit. If you see, this is the beta carotene unit, which contains repeated after the chain, that is they are containing repeated amount of isoprene units. So you can see these circled are isoprene units. So almost all the fat soluble vitamins contains one or more isoprene unit. Like if you see vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, so everyone is having those isoprene unit. Now come to fat soluble vitamin, water soluble vitamin. These water soluble vitamins, they are because there are two mainly vitamin category, that is vitamin B complex and vitamin C falls into this one. And these water soluble vitamins are heterogeneous group of compounds, since they differ chemically from each other. Because they are easily soluble in water, so normally we don't store in our body. Whenever we are having surplus amount of water soluble vitamin, it is going to be excreted through the urine, and so it will never cause the toxic effect in your body for the excess amount. And because we are not able to going to store it, because it will be excreted through the urine. For this reason, they must be continuously supplied into the diet. Fat soluble vitamin, because you stored in your body, so whenever your body requires, so they can use from the stored, which is present in your liver and adipose tissue. But water soluble vitamins we generally don't store in our body, so every time your body requires, you have to supply through the diet. And these water soluble vitamins are working as a cofactor, which participate in different kind of biochemical metabolic reactions, energy productions or hematopoietic effects. It may be due to the reason that the deficiency of vitamin results in number of overlapping symptoms. The common symptoms of the deficiency of one or more vitamin involve in energy metabolic, like dermatitis, glossitis. What is glossitis? That is red and swollen tongues. Cheilitis, that is rupture in the corner of lips. Diarrhea, mental confusion, depression and malaise. So these are the two broad classes of vitamins which we are having. How these vitamins are going to be produced, from where we are going to get it? So first thing I have told you initially, that these vitamins we cannot synthesize it, so we depends on other sources. So one of the sources, intestinal bacteria, which produces these vitamins and which our body uses. And second source is from the external diet or supplement in the form of tablets. The bacteria mainly live and synthesize vitamins in the colon regions, where the absorption is very rarely poor. So because bacteria synthesizes and some animals does not really completely absorb it, so what they do it, some animals eat their own feces, because vitamins are going to be released outside through the feces. So they eat their own feces just to get these vitamins which is excreted from the body, and this phenomena is called as coprophagy, where animal eats their own feces. As far as humans are concerned, it is believed that the normal intestinal bacteria synthesize and absorption of vitamin K and biotin may be sufficient to meet the body's requirement. For other vitamin B complex, synthesis and absorption are very rarely less. Administration of antibiotics often kills the vitamin synthesizing bacteria present in the gut, hence additional consumption of vitamin is required. So whenever we are eating antibacterial antibiotics, That time normally doctors gives also suggest you have to take the vitamin tablets or multivitamin tablets, or we should eat curds just to revive those bacteria. There are one specific terms which commonly we are using, they are called as vitamins. What are vitamins? The term vitamins, if you will see, it is derived from the term vitamin, and the term vitamins represent the chemically similar compound substances that possess the qualitatively similar vitamin activity. Vitamins in any of the combination of substance that together functions as a vitamins. Vitamins is any specific group of compound essential for in a small quantity for healthy human growth, metabolic reactions, development, and the body functions. So they are chemically different structures, but they are going to perform derived from the same compound. They are structurally different but performing the same functions. So they are called as vitamins. Like for vitamin A, we are having three different vitamins: retinol, retinal, retinoic acid. One is alcohol forms, this is alcohol forms, this is aldehydic forms, and this is acidic forms. So all these three are called as vitamins of vitamin A. Similarly, we are having pyridoxine, pyridoxal, and pyridoxamine. They are the vitamins of vitamin B6. So roughly this is the basics of vitamins, basic classification of vitamin. So this is all about for today. Hope you have understand it. If you have any query, any comments, you can write in the comment box. In the further lectures, next day we will have a lecture on vitamin. I will make a video on vitamin A and then subsequent other vitamins. So thank you very much. Have a nice day. If you are not subscribed my channel, you can subscribe it. You can follow me on different social networking site. If you have any query, any comments, you can write in the comment box. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.